Hey guys, so today I'm going on a little adventure. I'm going to get a laser tattoo removal consultation today, so I'm kind of nervous. I don't know if that means that they'll actually do the lasering today, like the first round, or not, but I guess we'll find out. And from what I've seen, it seems like you can do your first round the same day as long as your test spots look good. They asked me if I want a numbing cream. I actually said no. I think I might be okay without it. I don't know. We'll see. I have a pretty high pain tolerance, but maybe this is a different pain that I don't know yet. Everyone says it's worse. Some people say it's not. But I guess I'll find out. So it's about $75 a session for 5 square inches is what I'm going for today. I actually used a Groupon to get the deal, which sounds really cringy to me and unsafe, but I mean, they're still businesses, they still work. They'd say some whack ass shit in the consultation. I mean, I'll definitely leave. I know what should be happening and should not be happening. So there's that. But I'm on spring break, so then I was hoping I could give myself a few days to maybe heal a little bit and feel better and not rush myself. But yeah, we'll see. I'm definitely a little nervous. Definitely a little nervous. The healing part just looks not fun at all. But I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do if you want to change. So let's see how it goes. And also, I did not charge my camera because I'm really bad about charging my camera when I'm not like on a trip or something. So I'm recording all this with my iPhone. Hopefully that's okay. It's easier for me, but I feel like they still have good quality on the video. So this is what you get. And now I know like everyone is thinking and they're freaking out because they're like, why do you want to get a tattoo removed? Like, why do you regret it? What's wrong with it? What is wrong with you? And all these things like that. And it's not that I ever regret any tattoos that I get. So the one I'm getting removed is a little kitty that's on my hip. I actually really love that tattoo. That tattoo means a lot to me in terms of, like, things I've done in my life, feats that I've gone, and, like, lifestyle that I've lived because of my art and things like that. So it means a lot to me. The reason I'm getting it removed is because obviously it was my first tattoo. I guess I didn't really know my taste at that time, and so now I've gotten older. I know what I like, I know what I don't like, and if I could do it again, I would just get it somewhere else, honestly. Something about that place on my hip, it's just, hips are an attractive spot on a lady, and so I'd really, like, my plan is if they can't remove it substantially, like almost all the way, then I'm going to get a good cover up that complements my body a little more. So that's really my plan. It's not that I don't like it, so I don't want people to think that, oh, you really regret this tattoo or you don't really like it, because no, I actually love that tattoo, but I don't love where it is anymore. That's really kind of the issue for me. So if I had to choose, I would just get it somewhere else, maybe in a little different style, but it's still important to me. It still means things to me. I still like it. I never hated it. So I don't want people to think that. And it's funny because I've actually gotten more support in to not get a tattoo removed. It's been kind of funny, which one thing, I don't really care what anyone thinks. I'm going to do what I want and fuck it. No one can stop me. But everyone has been telling me like, no, why? Don't get it removed. We like it. And I really appreciate that because I feel like I live in a world that is the opposite. But I wish you guys would say that stuff when I'm getting a tattoo and when I'm not getting one removed. I don't know. I get a lot of, like, I like the reinforcement beforehand, not afterwards. But I guess I still appreciate it in a weird sort of way. It's still people being like, don't do it, which I'm obviously not going to listen to you, because once I have myself in a mindset of something I want to do, I'm going to do it. I mean, you see my hair change colors all the time, but hair is a much lower risk. But yeah, I don't know. I just kind of wanted to say a little bit about why I'm getting it removed, because I feel like everyone thinks that it's because I hate it, and it's totally not because I hate the tattoo. It's a little bit different. It's hard to explain, but yeah. Okay, so sorry it's loud. There's people doing maintenance outside, but This is the place. It's called the Skin Laser. And I'm sure I'll have to do some paperwork when I get inside. So let's see.
Or something like that.
And so what's to be expected, like the first day after this? Like,
The
after
first, I mean, you might see like bruising because you see like there is a lot of like red dots around. So that's because of, you know, the zapping that caused that. And
So my initial thoughts, it did bite much more than a tattoo does, but it wasn't too bad. As long as you focus on breathing and you just kind of like distract yourself from it, it doesn't really hurt that bad. There were 2 moments where I was like, whew, let's take a little break. Whew. And then we stopped for a second, she put a little ice on it, we talked for a few seconds, and then she went back through it. I think maybe it only took like 3 to 5 minutes, if even that long. Honestly, thinking back on it now, I think it was more like 2 minutes. Like, I think it only took 2 minutes to do it, so not that intense, really fast. Now, if you had a bigger area, I think it would be worse. But for me, like, when she was going kind of near or over the spot that she had already done, it didn't hurt as bad. But when she was going over like a new spot, like a new line that she hadn't done yet, that's when it felt a little more intense. And I could definitely tell that she was going over like different or new spots. But yeah, not bad. I'll go back in 5 weeks to do the second session, and then from then on, I have to just pay the normal price, which isn't really that much. They have pretty good prices, but overall good experience. She worked really fast, she talked to me. She actually said to not use any scarring creams, which I had planned to do because I assumed that maybe it would scar, but I guess I was under the wrong impression, and actually it only scars if you don't take care of it. But the only scars that will remain are if you have any tattoo scarring from the original tattoo, which I don't think. I have like one little corner of the kitty's ear that is kind of raised, but I don't think it'll be anything really noticeable. So, and she said that she thinks everything will come out. Obviously, I'll have to do about maybe 10 treatments, but that's because I do have color and it is black. But she thinks the black lines are going to come out before the color does. So it'll look probably really weird around like 7 or 8 treatments, I guess, when maybe the black is gone. But yeah, I'm excited to see where it goes. But I think I'm going to do the rest of the video to take you through the first 2 days. I think I'll do the first 2 days of healing. But let me try to show you. Right now it's just, I'm wearing really loose skirt so I don't put pressure on it. But it's just a gauze pad. I don't want to pull on it. So she said to ice it for 5 to 10 minutes every hour. So I'm going to do that now and just lay around. I don't think I actually need Advil. People said that they would take Advil if it was bad. But maybe because I don't know, I burn myself with jewelry a lot of times. So it didn't really feel that bad. But yeah, good experience. Oh, and one thing I forgot to mention is you have to drink 6 to 8 bottles of water a day. That is so much for me. I already struggle to just drink water normally, so to make myself drink 6 to 8 bottles a day is gonna kind of be tough. But we'll find out. Got my trusty little thing, so I assume if I drink at least maybe like 4 of these, it'll be better. I just don't drink a lot of water to begin with, and then I don't like how it tastes, and then I pee so much. So, but I mean, I guess that's a good thing if you pee a lot, because when you pee, you're flushing out the ink. Basically, yeah, the drinking water is gonna help your body flush out the ink and also just keep you healthy and keep your immune system on top of the tattoo removed area. Right now, just gonna wash my hands. Put it on this finger, but I'm just very gently massage this in. My skin is gonna break out so bad. My skin usually breaks out pretty bad when I get a tattoo because I'm putting so much moisture on my skin that I don't normally. Heal. So that's that. Okay, so this is the before bedtime check-in. So this will be my second time changing it today. And oh, there's definitely nothing on here. I'm not bleeding or anything, so it's good, I guess. But it definitely looks really hazy. It looks red, but I'm super swollen though. I'm super swollen and bloated from drinking so much water. You have to drink so much water. Doesn't look too bad. Doesn't look too red. Which I was really worried. I've seen like almost horror pictures of people's, oh I gotta wash my hands first, of people's tattoo removals, and they look so red and gross. But, so now I'm gonna wash my hands, do the Aquaphor and re-bandage it before bed, put on a new clean shirt, and wake up, change it, and basically do the same thing. I'll check in tomorrow. So we'll see how it is progressing from this. Today I can hardly even feel this. Like, it's still swollen, still puffy, but I definitely it was comfortable sleeping, I didn't have issues, it was good. Washing my hands, Aquaphor, bandage. And they say you're gonna do that for the first 3 days. Okay, so this is night number 2. And today I showered, so still nothing really bleeding as far as I can tell from when I change out my gauze. So this is what it looks like so far. Still a little red. Not too bad though. We'll see how it goes. Definitely looks like the vibrancy is coming back to it, which is expected because it's not a magic trick, but there are definitely like some spots along the black that are really, really light. Like, there's definitely some spots I don't see anymore, and I don't know if that's because those parts are starting to scab over or they're still a little cloudy, but I guess we'll find out. But I'm gonna do the same routine, which is to Aquaphor, cover it, keep it clean. And tomorrow is the 3rd day. Tomorrow I will wear my gauze for another full day. And then after that, I'm supposed to be okay to not have to wear the gauze anymore. But I guess depending on how I feel about it, I might still wear it. The side of my skin is so wrinkly from the tape. But yeah, overall not too bad. I haven't had issues with it. I haven't had any itching or any like bad discomfort. Today I did ice it a little bit because it was feeling a little sore, but I think that was because my shorts were pressing on it, so I made sure to keep them pulled down all today. So I'm showing you guys day 3 early because we are going kind of out of town and I'm not gonna have any service. So I wanted to go ahead and show you guys, and also because I wanted to change out this wrapping because it has been bugging me. So I'm gonna show you the day 3 of what it looks like so that I can kind of get this video out to you of the first 3 days, what to expect after laser removal. It's like my skin's getting drier and the tape is sticking more to my skin, which isn't really a good thing. Still nothing, no like oozing, goozing, whatever, but this is what it looks like so far. It's definitely like no longer red. It is now kind of just bruised. Oh, let's not get my finger. It's kind of just bruised around the cat, but overall not too bad. No blisters, thank God. I saw some horror pictures of people and they like blister up really bad. I don't know if it's because they're using like a weird laser. I don't know, but it scared me. I did not want blisters. But so far this is it. Basically after today, I can wear it without a gauze and then just apply Aquaphor or whatever your healing ointment is like 4 to 5 times a day, which is much easier when you don't have a wrapping on it. Hard to tell, but I'm still really swollen, surprisingly. Not as bad as the first 2 days, but I am swollen for me. I'm usually a little more flat, but I am a little bloated because you have to drink so much water, and I retain water weight just really easy, so I'm like bubble belly most of the time, but that's fine. It comes with it, it'll go away. But yeah, this is day 3. What to expect, I guess, for something like this. Obviously, you're not going to get the same exact results. Everyone's different, everyone heals different, everyone reacts to the laser different. But in my case, if you maybe have just kind of like normal skin, high pain tolerance, this is what it's like for me. Okay guys, so before I get to answering the 3 questions of how much it costs, does it hurt, and how long it's going to take, I just want to give you guys a little an overview of the first 3 days. And basically it's been really easy. It hasn't been difficult. I'm caring for it almost kind of like how you would do the aftercare for a tattoo, keeping it covered for the first 3 days, applying Aquaphor, keeping it clean. I did shower the second day. I kept it out of direct water stream because they say not to put any water pressure on it. I didn't like cover it with water. I kind of just let water drip on it a little bit from like my hands after I clean them, because I did want to clean it because it was feeling a little gunky. But overall it's been easy. It's been easy sleeping, hasn't been bothering me, haven't had issues with it. First day, the only aggravation was just icing it every hour for 5 to 10 minutes. But and the other frustration is drinking water. I have to drink so much water. She recommended that you drink 6 to 8 bottles of water a day, which is insane for me, but I'm just drinking water throughout the day, and basically it just helps flush out all the stuff in your system, keeps your skin nice, gets rid of the ink. So it's good to do. You need to drink a lot of water, and you're gonna get nice and bloated like I have, and it's fun. But overall, no pain. It's been a breeze, easy. And the first one is, does tattoo laser removal hurt? And the answer is yes. It does hurt. It's a different type of hurt. It definitely hurts more than getting the tattoo initially. So if your tattoo really hurt you, you're probably really going to struggle with getting tattoo laser removal. Do I think it's unbearable? No. But I have a pretty high pain tolerance. Like, I could probably go into most tattoos and take a nap while getting it. So I would say I have a pretty high pain tolerance. If you have little to no pain tolerance, I think you're definitely going to want the numbing cream, which they did offer to me, but I told them no, because to me, it seems pointless to sit with the numbing cream on me for 30 minutes just to then sit for them to laser away for 2 minutes and it to still hurt. Because even though it's numbing cream, I don't think that it numbs you fully. I'm pretty sure that you still feel it, because I've watched lots of videos where people get the numbing cream and they're still in pain. So, I don't know. I think that if you do have a low pain tolerance though, definitely look into the numbing cream. They should give it to you. It shouldn't cost extra. So question 2 is, how long does it take? For me, they said it would probably take about 10 to 12 treatments, including the one that I just had to last week. And that's pretty normal, I feel like. and she did say that the black lines are probably going to go away the first. But I do have a tattoo with a bunch of color in it, so maybe if you have a tattoo that is just line work, it will only take like maybe 6 to 7 treatments, but don't quote me on that. You're never going to know how long or how little it's going to take until you go and get a consultation with someone. But keep in mind that it could take up to a year to get rid of, because for me, at 10 treatments, 5 weeks apart, it's going to take about a year to get rid of. But I guess the time doesn't really matter to me because I went into it knowing that it was going to take a long time. So I don't know, it doesn't deter me. It doesn't make me think like, oh, it's going to take too long, I shouldn't do it. To me, I'm like, oh, it's going to take longer, so I have longer to pay it off instead of just throwing a bunch of money at it right now. So that's another way to look at it. If you're put off by how long it takes, just think that, you know, whatever amount of money you're going to have to pay, you have longer to pay for it than shorter amount to have to shell out the money for it. So I guess it's another way to look at it, but it does take time. I think there are some ways to do it faster, but I think that you risk getting scars because tattoo laser removal does not cause scars, only bad aftercare causes scars. But if you rush it, I feel like you don't give your body enough time to heal and get rid of the ink and do things naturally. So you're gonna kind of, I don't know, rush it and maybe get bad results. But I don't know. If that is an issue, maybe go to a consultation and talk to them and tell them that time is an issue to you, and maybe they can talk you through what you should do or maybe look for. Maybe there's types of lasers that work better for short amount of times. To me, that doesn't sound realistic, but maybe it is. I don't know. I'm not well educated. And the third question is, what was it? Oh, how much does it cost? So I have seen varying prices. I have seen as low as like $30 for a session. I have seen like $500 for a session. I think it depends where you go. So I did get a Groupon for mine, which I didn't like openly tell the lady when I was in the office and she was talking me through the process and everything. I said, I am a little skeptical. It was a Groupon, it's cheap. And I told her that I was a little nervous, and she reassured me that, you know, they're using some of the same lasers that if you went to a medical facility they use, but because they are not a, like, how should I word it? Because they're not a doctor's office, they can't charge the same, like, high prices, is what she kind of made it sound like. That because they are, like, a specific branch that just does, like, cosmetic procedures, that maybe they price them lower because they can't up the price because they are not a medical facility. I don't really know. I don't know if that makes it sound worse or better, but I guess if you're going to the places that are like $300 to $500 a session, that they like maybe are doctors. I don't really know. I don't really know the licensing behind all of that and how the pricing works. I also don't know if there's like a regulation for pricing or if they can just kind of put a price on whatever they want. So maybe they can. But personally, for the first 2 sessions, I did get a deal for it. So it was $75 for 2 sessions on a 5 square inch area. And I technically have a 3x5 inch space, which she said was a little bit out of the range, but since the cat is not shaded in, that I did not have to pay more. So she was gonna be like, oh, okay, since I'm only doing lines up here and the rest of it's down there, we're still gonna count it as a 5 square inch space. And that's another thing to keep in mind, is that they do their pricing based on size, not really per session, like person, but it's per session per the size of your tattoo. So the bigger your tattoo, obviously the more it's gonna cost. But after my second session and I go back for more, it's gonna cost like $65 for each session, which to me is not bad at all, considering that I was looking at other places that were like $250 to $350 a session for the same size. And I don't know, that's a lot, because 300 times 10 is $3,000, which is kind of insane, even if it's over a year. But $65 a session for 10 sessions, much more reasonable price for me and much more doable for me. So that is how much I'm paying. I'm going to be paying $65 a session. To me, it definitely hurt a little more, but it wasn't unbearable. But if you have a low pain tolerance, it's definitely going to hurt you. Or if you have a bigger tattoo, it's definitely going to hurt you. And it's going to take me about 10 sessions to get rid of it fully. Now, if you're trying to just lighten it to get a cover up, it's going to be a lot shorter. And if you want that, definitely talk to your laser removal specialist and tell them your goals, because if they know your goals, they're going to be able to help you get there faster and better. So it's good to be transparent with them. But anyways, if you like this video and you'd like me to continue to post updates and progress of each stage, I'm going to keep taking photos every day of my tattoo. So I'm going to keep that up regardless. But if you'd like me to keep making videos of this and you enjoyed this, please just leave me a comment, like this video, share it, subscribe to my channel. And yeah, subscribe to the channel to keep up with future posts and things like that, because I enjoyed making this video. It's pretty easy, but also just I feel like the more I look through YouTube to try and find good in-depth progress videos, there were not a lot. So maybe this is a little better. I'm sure I'll get better at it as it goes on. But yeah, thank you guys so much. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.